More prisoners are using dangerous illegal drugs because of a tobacco ban. That's according to a new report on Nottingham Jail.
The Independent Monitoring Board says the prison is making improvements, but there are still some serious challenges ahead. Well, our social affairs correspondent can tell us more. Jeremy, good evening to you. Why are they so worried then about drugs at the jail?
Well, and they say that illegal market for drugs is causing really serious problems because prisoners are getting into debt, they're settling disputes with violence, and it's also putting significant pressure on this jail's healthcare system, they say, because a quarter of its urgent calls are now being linked to those so-called psychoactive substances. And today's report says the tobacco ban here means more prisoners are now turning to those new synthetic drugs. A third of inmates here tested positive for drugs. The substances are more dangerous, they say, because they're taken without tobacco. And of course, this comes just a couple of months after the Chief Inspector of Prisons questioned whether drugs and violence have persuaded and driven several inmates here to take their own lives.
I'm talking about that previous criticism. What have they said about how Nottingham Jail responded to that?
Well, some progress, they say, in today's report, because there are now a lot more staff here, which means fewer inmates are being locked up in their cells for most of the day, and that in turn, reduces the sort of pressure on violence and calms things down because they're more likely to be busy working or studying, for instance. There is concern, though, that staff often can't deal with day-to-day problems because they're often very new and they're often very inexperienced. And the monitoring report's still very concerned about rising levels of self-harm at this jail. It says that's partly because a lot of prisoners here have severe mental health problems. They're sometimes coming here direct from psychiatric hospitals, and the report says that treating them here in jail simply isn't humane.
OK, Jeremy Ball, thank you.